Hey everybody, and thanks for joining me again. I'm Glenn with GMP Travels, and today is Gadget Day. Um, I'm excited about this because I love electronics. I love gadgets. I like anything that makes your life easier. And so, traveling. This isn't just for cruises, though we've used a lot of these things mostly on cruises. There's things I probably out of this I wouldn't take just traveling and then staying in a hotel room. But on a cruise ship, there's a lot of times limited space, and it depends on the line you go on. So there's gadgets that make your life easier when you go on the cruise. Excuse me. I'm not drinking coffee today. I am drinking water. Is it water or is it vodka? If I was on a cruise, it'd probably be vodka. I'm kidding. Drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, then drink your vodka. So we're going to dive right into this. There's 12 items I have on this list. I might do another one later and add more because there's a lot of things that we bring. And most of them are lightweight. Most of them are very small, so they pack very easy and they're worth taking with you. So, number one, power strip. And I mentioned this in my cruise tips 1 through 12, part 1. I believe it was part 1, might have been part 2, but I did mention, and I corrected myself because I thought I had a 6-port power block. I don't. I have a 3-port. So there it is. Or should I put it on this side? I get a shadow either way. Okay. So it does say surge protected. Cruise ships don't like or allow surge protectors, but I think they're looking for the ones that are power strip. So I like this. It has just the one outlet thing on the back. So if you have an outlet on the cruise ship, this will work in it. So, and it won't take up two. So basically if they have 2 outlets, using one, you have 3 more. So you have a total of 4 electrical outlets. And typically in the bathroom, they have outlets too, but normally there's a couple ships I've been on where I thought I was charging something. I turned the light off in the bathroom and that outlet went out. So I wasn't charging. But it has USB ports. I think these are 2.0 USB ports. They may be 3. I'm trying to see the back of it. I can barely see. It doesn't say. So it really doesn't matter. If you have something that's 3, it is backward compatible, or if you have something 2, and it is a 3, it is, again, backward compatible. So these are huge. So make sure you have these, especially if you have a lot of electronics to charge, like me, I do. Again, we're using our phones more now on ships than we did before, so we need to keep our phones charged. I do sometimes bring my wireless charger. It's pretty small, and it fits well into my carry-on. So I'll bring that so I can set my phone in it at night and while it's charging. Sometimes I don't, because if somebody texts me in the middle of the night, or if for some reason the phone goes off, it lights up, and so you got to throw something over it. So anyways, number 2, shoe rack. I've mentioned this too in my cruise tips or cruise ideas. This is amazing. Okay, it's mesh, very lightweight. It adds literally not even a pound to your bag, and there's so much. We got the big one, and it actually typically fits perfect on the back of the bathroom door, so you don't see it out in the cabin. You see it in the bathroom, and you can put all your bathroom stuff in here. You can put shoes in the bottom. I don't put them up top because I don't want shoes in my face, and just all kinds of other small things that you don't have room in the cabin for. So huge, love it. I travel with it. It fits in the front pocket of our suitcase, so it lays flat, slides in there. Awesome. I showed you these before. This is a very highly magnetic hook, and it'll hold up a dress as long as it's not too heavy. My suit, one doesn't hold it. It'll hold my pants or it'll hold my jacket, but if I put my pants and jackets on a hanger and hang it on this, it will slide down the wall. You got to be careful. These are pretty smooth, so you're typically not going to damage. Your walls in the cabins are metal. These stick on the walls in a cruise cabin. This probably won't come in handy in a hotel room. Again, some things you won't just travel to a hotel room with. For my suit, I'll put two of these together, and they'll hold my suit up. So again, they're not heavy. They're small. They fit into one of my little. I always travel with a hang bag, and it's a really nice rolling hang bag, and it also has, and when you open it, it has corner pockets that zip close, and a lot of little things like that fit in there. And my hang bag typically is never over 40 pounds. It's usually around the mid 30s, because I put my suits, my nice pants, my nice shirts in there, and then a few of my wife's dresses that can't be just shoved into a bag that they will wrinkle. So magnetic hook, important. These things too, again, are lightweight. They're chair clips. So if you have your towel, and if you've ever been on a cruise before, you'll know that it's windy up on deck, typically. And especially when you're out at sea and the ship is moving, these help hold your towel, so you're not constantly kind of pushing it up while you're getting up and down out of your chair or sitting up. So these hold them very good. These also come in handy, and I carry a couple other clips that work well out on if you're on a balcony and you need to get your bathing suit dry. They don't dry well in the cabin. I don't know why, but you can hang them in your shower. They have one of those laundry wires that go in there that are retractable, and for some reason I can put my bathing suit in there, and 2 days later it'll still be wet. Excuse me. So I put them out on the balcony. If you don't clip them down and the ship's moving, there's a good chance you throw it over the chair, it'll be gone by the time you go back out there, because the wind will blow it out and it'll be floating in the ocean or in somebody else's balcony. So lightweight backpack, and I do have notes here, so I'm referring to those so I don't forget what I'm talking about. This here, and again, I have no sponsorship for any of this. I'm not even monetized yet. These are things we found watching other people's cruise ideas. We bought them, and well worth the money. These were not expensive. They're on Amazon if you want to go there and get them. I think you can get them on eBay or other stores. But just research Zomaki Joy of Life. Very, very lightweight, and it folds into itself, so all you have is this little pouch, and it fits right into your luggage. Really easy. And it has all kinds of compartments inside, zipper compartments, where you can put your, maybe some cash or something like that when you're going to the beach. This is perfect for going to the beach, by the way. My wife has one. It's pink. I have this one. And she carries her towel, water bottle, and some personal effects in there. And I do the same thing. I'll carry my cameras in here and stuff. So there's plenty of room. And again, it's so lightweight. Packing cubes. I showed you the video in part 2 where, the person's trying to jam all their stuff into the suitcase, and you got all the small things, strings and everything hanging out. These are amazing. We bought 2 sets of them so we can put all our clothes in these and then put them in our suitcase. I don't do that anymore. The only thing I use this for is small stuff. Underwear, socks, ties, belts, things like that I don't want falling all over the place. And I typically, since there's not a lot of room in the cabin, I'll take this with all that small stuff and just stick it up on a shelf somewhere, or even slide it under the bed. So I have access to all this. It's easy. It's not all over the place. I like to stay organized in the cabin. It's me. It just helps me from getting some kind of brain craziness. But my wife uses these for all her stuff. And I found out if I use this for all my stuff, it doesn't fit well in the bag. It's just too hard doing all my underwear or all my shorts, shirts, things like that in different cubes, and then trying to fit it in the bag. It's a little hard. I'd rather roll all my clothes, stuff it in the bag, and then leave room for the small stuff. And these come in different sizes. Again, well worth it. So that's an idea you want. And that doesn't matter whether you're on a cruise or you're going to Vegas or you're going to, Paris. They come in handy. They keep all your stuff organized too in the hotel room. So packing cubes, lanyards. So this is a Carnival lanyard, and this one here just has a ring. When you get on a ship, if you haven't cruised before, you can get the front desk, and some of them now already have a hole in them. We noticed that on our last cruise that the the sail and sign card that gets you in your cabin, gets you your purchases, things like that, get you on and off the ship. Some of them now, the last cruise already had a hole in the card, which is fantastic because then you can just put it in this loop and put it around your neck, like so, and you're not having to worry about do you have your card, your sail and sign card in your pocket? Did you lose it? It always stays on here. This I can unclip when I go to buy something, and then I clip it right back on. This clip's pretty strong. So the only time I've ever left my card somewhere was when I was trying on a shirt and took this off in port and walked away. And fortunately, I went back and it was still hanging there. But so lanyards perfect for doing your sail and sign card, things like that. They do make different ones. You can get ones that have a clip that go through the hole, or you can get ones that have a clear pouch that you can slide it into. I don't like those. It's more bulky. So, but you can get these lanyards on cruise ship. We have probably 12 of them or 15 of them. We bought a couple Ohio State ones that we really like. I'm not wearing Ohio State stuff today, but if you've watched my videos before, you know I'm an Ohio State fan. So, first aid kit. Okay, it's small. It's very lightweight. This one here is almost empty. Sorry. So it's got some Band-Aids in there. It has some gauze. What it doesn't have in here is the cream. It's like Neosporin kind of cream, that disinfectant, antiseptic, and well worth it. We have used these where you just got yourself a little cut in the cabin, you know, moving something around, or maybe on your own luggage in port. I've used this to help friends who cut themselves getting off and on a sailboat. So hugely important. You know, again, your choice whether you want to bring something like this. You can buy Band-Aids and antiseptic and stuff like that on the ship. It's very expensive. So if you're on a budget, you can get these at, you know, CVS, Walmart, or whatever, and they're pretty cheap. So highly recommend that. Phone case. So my phone is water resistant. Most phones are now. I don't want to say waterproof. They're water resistant down to a certain depth. They recommend most phones don't go in salt water. I have taken my phone in salt water and got some great video. My newer phone, I have a Note 10. I love the Samsung Note 10. Awesome phone. I know some of you will give me some crap about it. I should have an iPhone. Samsung was way ahead of iPhone for a while in technology, especially cameras and stuff like that. iPhone is supposed to got much better. I have nothing against iPhone. But either way, you can get online and you can search for your phone and get a case. It's a waterproof case. So you can put your phone in there. You can go down. You can take videos, stuff like that. Still perfectly clear. I suggest testing these before you actually go in the ocean. So from home, I put my phone in here. I closed it up, put it in water. It didn't leak. And even if it did, again, most phones are now waterproof anyways, but still recommended. Again, extremely lightweight, very small, fits into a side pocket somewhere in my luggage and not a problem. So the float. So if you have a GoPro and I have a stick for my GoPro that is a float. Okay. If you don't have one of those, you don't want to get one of those. These, again, I think this was like $2 on Amazon. You can put this through the loop for your GoPro. I have dropped my GoPro. It actually came off from a handheld device I had, a stick for that didn't float. It fell off and went down. And fortunately, I was only in about 2 feet of water, and it was clear enough for me to see. And I reached down and grabbed it. It kind of scared the crap out of me. But you can also get these that float, and then it's so bright you can see it. So love that. And Tide stick. So these are great if you get a stain. Typically on something white, I think this has like bleach in there, so you may spot something darker color, but just read it. I don't think we've ever used, this might be the only one we've ever bought, we've never used it. We did use somebody else's once because we didn't have one of these. That was on a cruise with us for a white shirt, and it worked. So these are great to have if you get a spot or stain on your shirt and you want to rewear the shirt. Lint Licker. That's what I call these from the commercials. But so it's a lint remover. You can get these, again, weight is everything when you're packing. If you want more shoes, you want more shirts and pants to go with you want to cut down on weight on other items. But these work pretty good. You just take it, run them under hot water, you rinse them off, and then dry them, and they're good to go. And they will get, and it's got the rubbery brush. They will get hair off of stuff. So these are nice. Love these. The last one I'm going to do on this one is for your electronics and your cameras. Make sure you have a couple of these. I generally will take, at times, depending on the cruise, quite a bit of video and a lot of pictures. I'll take 10 pictures of the same thing because as we're moving, light changes or whatever, and I want that perfect picture. Try to get that perfect picture. And so I may take 10 pictures of the same thing. I'm not going to go through them and edit them usually until I get home. And so if you have enough of these, like this one is I think this is a 32. Yep, 32 gigabyte. So I'll have a couple of these. I might have a 64 or a 128. I do have 128s as well. So I'll bring a few of these. They are very expensive on the ship. So get them at home. You know, I get these probably for $5, $6 a piece. They're real cheap these days. And so that's pretty much it. Some of the other stuff like that goes along with the first aid kit, cough drops, earplugs I don't have in front of me, but those are other gadget tips, ideas, things to pack. It tends to get noisy on a ship sometimes depending on where you're at. Sometimes people at 2 a.m. are going down the hall yelling because they don't know better. So I wear earplugs at night. I do anytime, and I'm used to them. I love them. I generally sleep pretty good. My wife may get woke up by noise. I typically don't. So that's pretty much it on the tips on gadgets and things to pack. There's a lot more ideas and things like that you want to use for packing, like specific type of suitcases, things like that. That your general stuff, clothes, shoes, socks, stuff like that. I think you got that one covered. Depends on the cruise you're going on, what you're doing. If you don't go to any dinners, don't go to any nice restaurants, and you're just going to the buffet the entire week, then by all means, you don't need a suit, you don't need slacks, you don't need nice shirts. I would suggest maybe bringing one set of those in case you go, oh wow, that steakhouse does look good. I think I'd like to go. You want to look nice. You can't go in there with a tank top and shorts and flip-flops. So most of them have a rules for clothing, a dress code, and that's it. So if you guys have any suggestions or ideas out there beyond what I have, please share them. Please hit the like button. If you have questions about anything I shared, please ask in the comment section. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and please subscribe so you know when we have new content. And hopefully we'll be traveling here soon and can get some more video and get some more content that you guys will enjoy besides doing stuff like this. I think also I'm going to do a cruise, start adding some cruise news in here. For those of you who are getting ready to go on your first cruise or whatnot and trying to keep up with stuff. Again, there's a lot of those out there, but I might just do a quick 10-minute, here's what's going on with cruising and which cruise line. So anyways, again, notification bell, like button, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for joining me today.